Okay, we're back.
And better than ever.
Welcome back to the Crazy Nuts podcast with your two favorite crazy nuts, Victoria.
And Ellie.
Woo!
I feel like today we should talk about what kind of nut we should be, or what kind of nut we are.
Okay,
And
yeah, we
I
could talk about that.
feel like that's a good way to start our second episode.
I agree. Yeah, so if you're with us at our last podcast, we mentioned that it's kind of my thing to refer to people as nuts or crazy nuts. And due to that, I ask everyone if they associate with the nut. If anyone just calls out to them, and I feel that I am a cashew.
I feel like that fits you very, very well.
Yeah, something about it just makes sense. I don't know. I think it's like a unique, weird, silly little nut. And I don't know. I just feel like that's mine.
I think I am a walnut. Hard outside shell, nice and sweet and soft on the inside.
I wouldn't say walnuts are sweet.
I think walnuts are kind of sweet.
Really? I always thought, and I don't mean this as
A
as
jab.
yeah, it's gonna sound like a little bit of an insult, but I think walnuts are kind of bland.
Damn.
Just the taste. You're a hoot and a holler, so you don't have to worry.
I feel like if you get like the right ones are salty and they're a little sweet and I really like them. And sometimes they're really, really soft instead of like the really, really crunchy ones.
Yeah. Do you like to put nuts in food? Like, do you like to put walnuts in brownies or something?
I don't like any other nuts in food besides walnuts. Like I love walnuts and brownies.
Really?
I love like walnut cookies. My mom, not my mom, my aunt used to make these like snickerdoodle cookies with walnuts in it.
Hmm.
Really, really weird combo, but it was really, really good. Um, Anything with like almonds in it, like almonds are too crunchy.
I like almonds. So you associate nicely with the walnut. That's nice for you. Yeah, if you're trying to figure out what kind of nut you are at home, let us know in the comments below. But also it's just something that you think fits your personality in a weird way. And this is gonna sound kind of random, but if you just list all of them, one of them will stick out and you'll be like, that's definitely
That
me.
Oh my God, what did your brother say the other day when you asked him what kind of nut he was?
Oh, it wasn't my brother, it was my nephew. I asked
Oh,
him what kind of nut he was, and he said, a coconut, of course. And I was like, you know what? Respect it. You are a coconut.
respected.
Yeah. So if you associate with being a donut, we will take that as an answer.
That is an answer.
Because you know what? Some of us are a little bit of a quirky nut, and that's fine.
I want to make merch for each kind of nut, and like each one will like represent the kind of nut they are. So
Yeah.
like we'll even do a donut and a coconut, and then you'll get your own merch. So just let us know in the comments and like what kind of personality you have associated with your nut.
That'd be fun. I do believe, though, if Brianna was here, she would tell us that I believe peanuts are legumes,
They are.
right? Like technically a bean. Or a legume. A legume is a bean, right?
N no.
No. I
I feel
think,
like it's like one of those things where like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square. Like a
yeah,
bean is a legume,
go
but a legume isn't a
not a
bean.
bean. Yeah.
So then what the fuck is a legume?
I think it's just the category. Like, uh,
Legume.
are we looking up the definition?
A leguminous plant or a member of the pea family, especially one grown as a crop. A seed, pod, or other edible part of a leguminous plant used as food. Um,
Okay. I don't know if that actually helped me or not, but
what are examples of legumes?
I don't
Beans?
think we need examples.
What?
Do we need examples? We
Yeah,
said two. We said beans and peanuts.
yeah, but you gotta listen to all of them now.
Oh,
Beans,
okay.
peas, soybeans, chickpeas, lentils. I love lentils. Peanuts, lupins, carob, mesquite, tamarind, clover, and alfalfa. Half of these
Alfalfa.
I didn't know what were.
Do you know what's funny? I feel like I think you ate lentils at my house for the first time when you were with me. And then I feel you just been eating them ever since, which is funny because I don't actually like lentils. I just always ate them because my grandma thought they were good luck.
I like them because I actually don't remember that, and I don't remember how I got into them. All I remember was like I wanted soup, and
I made
someone was
lentil
like, "Oh,
soup.
go get lentil soup." And I was like, "I've had lentil soup before and I liked it." So I got it, and I actually had lentil soup the other day, and I didn't want to eat all
Yay.
of it. So now I have like half of a lentil soup can like poured into like one of those like mason jars. It's a really disturbing sight to see when you open my fridge.
It's a lumpy jar.
It's like a lumpy jar, and like like when you pour it in, it's just like all along the sides, and it's really really gross. Sorry to get in detail, but
Like to see. It's a weird way to convince people to go eat lentil soup.
it's
Yeah,
really
it's
really, really
brown,
good.
it's lumpy, and it's just in a jar.
It's high in protein. It like low key tastes like chicken. Like it's really good.
Yeah, and apparently it's good luck. My grandma felt that if you ate lentils as your first, I don't want to say first meal, but if your first food going into the new year, you would have good luck the rest of the year. Oh, give a little heart. Yeah, so I eat lentils every new year going into the year.
I was about to be like, my grandma's dead.
Oh, so is mine. So
Really sore subject, so I don't know why you're bringing it up.
yeah, so anyway. Um,
Oh, what was that? I was talking with my friend, Madison today, and this is like so off topic. And she was like, everyone I know is like breaking up. I was like, what do you mean? Because like, um, and she was like, yeah, this person and his girlfriend, this person and her girlfriend, or his girlfriend, this person and her boyfriend, like all of these people. And then she was like, yeah, and this one lady that I work with, her man of like 10 years was like on a transgender dating site. Yeah,
gosh,
crazy. And she's the
crazy.
nicest person ever.
That's so sad.
Ever.
I feel like everyone I know is getting
No
engaged.
offense to the men that are listening, but what the fuck is up with y'all? What is happening?
It's
Why?
not all of them.
It's men.
It's not men, okay? There are some crazy girls out there,
All right,
all
let's
right?
phrase it's boys, not men, because men are men. Men can do things. Boys can't. Sorry, that was a fun little tangent.
Yeah, it's okay, put your opinions out there.
That's the point of the podcast, dude.
Yeah, just a platform for us to talk nonsense.
Rant.
I feel um if anyone we know was listening to this, I think they would understand our conversations because we tend to be all over the place. But I also feel like people don't see us together very often because when we hang out, we're usually alone. So we tend to catch people off guard. Yeah.
I get all the time, like whenever I like post pictures of us, they're just like, Ellie, who's that? And I was like, that's my roommate. Like, what do you mean, who's that? Like,
Who's
I'm with her
that?
all the time. And they're like, Ellie, we've never seen this girl before ever. And I was like, what do you mean? I literally live with her. Like, I love her. Like, I'm with her all literally every day. And they're just like,
We do. We talk every day, and so that's kind of funny.
this is this is my best friend.
But we
Even
do
though she called me like her best buddy the other day, and it hurt my feelings really, really
I knew
badly.
you were gonna say that because okay, well, first of all, um, we I guess in terms of friendship, we're technically each other's best friend,
Yes.
right? It just feels like a weird label, a weird title. You agree? For each
Yes.
other?
Because we agreed at the beginning we were going to be roommates before we were best friends, which helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
And like we're just oh yeah, that's my roommate.
Yeah, we focused on being roommates first before we were friends, and then it grew. But I think the term with best friend is a little odd because I would agree that you fit into it, but I also feel like you don't. So we were talking about how we feel like we're more like sisters.
Yes.
Yeah. And you said that it'd be weird if you had to explain that to someone because it's just like a whole loop-de-loop. And so you just use the term best friend because it's easier to explain. And I said, well, you know what? You're just my best bud. You're my best buddy.
My dad just
My
texted
good
me
old pal. Yeah.
and you know how I texted him? I was like, don't respond. And he was like, he texted me, the first text message he sent me was, what? So they can listen to my message. He's so proud of it
He
for
is.
no reason. I'll play it.
I remember it starts like, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Does your dad say his full name in there?
We'll bleep it out.
Bleep his name.
You were supposed to hang up.
What?
You weren't supposed to respond.
Well, you did. I already did that. I was texting you.
No, it didn't work.
Really didn't work.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call you again. Don't respond.
Okay, you mean don't answer?
That's, yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Love you, Daddy.
The first guest on the podcast.
Watch him pick up again. What are you holding?
This is like a book light. You ever see those?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
like
it's
clip it onto the book
wow.
and then you like turn it on.
Hello. Hello. You have reached a local iPhone answering robot. My master is currently away playing without me. Or you're calling from a number that is not on my master's approved contact list. I've now been instructed to screen his call due to the high volume of solicitations to this cell phone number. So, if you would like my master to return your phone call, please leave your detailed contact information at the end of this informative message. If no contact information is recorded, I have been instructed to block your call forever. Please proceed cautiously.
So every time I call him and I get the first hello, I'm like, hey, Daddy. And then I get hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God.
You know what's so funny about that is he didn't say his name. That's the whole point of voicemail. He didn't say his name once.
If you know my dad
Makes
and
sense.
you heard that, you'd be like, that's Bill.
There's two things. You'd be like, this is the person I'm trying to reach, or who is this? What is this?
Not the person I'm trying to reach.
This is not who I was calling.
Which reminds me, my parents used to get like scam phone calls all the time to like our house phone.
Mm-hmm.
And like they would just hand me the phone and be like, Ellie, you're talking to the president of the United States. And I would just like go off. I'd
Go
just be like,
ham.
oh my God, can you come and visit? Yada, yada, yada. And I would just like go on and on and on and on. And I would just talk to the president of the United States. And like, eventually they would hang up. And it was like a game. It was like, let's see, like, who can like get them to hang up the fastest.
But it might not be a good idea to get on the phone with a scammer and be like, when can you come visit me? I'm so excited to meet you. I love speaking with you. This is such an honor. Come visit me.
Can I come visit the White House?
Hangs up immediately.
It was
That's
stuff
funny.
like that.
No, we
Thanks.
never answered scam calls. I think the most we would do was my dad would make us say things in Tagalog. because my dad is from the Philippines,
Mm.
and he would make us say things on the phone, and we didn't like actually know what we were saying sometimes. So it'd be like a little reverse prank to us, I guess. Yeah.
Did you ever like do those sleepovers where like you're like, oh my God, I dare you to prank call this person?
Fun fact, my first sleepover was with you when you came to my house, like freshman
knew
year.
I knew that. Aw.
Yeah. And we didn't do that because we were
We had COVID.
uh yeah, actually thinking about it, that was my first sleepover. I thought my first one was when you and Brianna came for my birthday. But you're right, it was when
It was when we had
we had
COVID.
COVID together. That's crazy. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to have sleepovers growing up. My mom was against them. And for the longest time, she had this rule that when I turned 13, then I could have a sleepover. And I remember when I turned 13, I was thinking in my head, oh, I'm gonna have this sleepover birthday party. It's gonna be so much fun. And then as it came closer, I got really anxious and nervous about it because I never had a sleepover. Yeah, and I thought that was so crazy just to, I don't know, invite everyone to my house. Like, all right, we're gonna do it for the first time. I was so scared. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna have a normal party. And then I just never had one after that.
Couldn't tell you my first sleepover, but I do remember the one that I would always have my friend. We're gonna call her Mia for short. Um, we would go over to her house and she had stairs, and because my house never had stairs, I was like infatuated with them. Like going up the stairs, going down the stairs, like I loved it. And eventually like we would like have like a lot of fun with the stairs, and we would like ride the mattresses down the stairs, and we would like Superman down the stairs. I was a weird kid, but I also
No,
didn't have,
that
so it
sounds
was
so
really
fun.
it was really fun.
Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Her family
We
also made really, really, really good food. No offense to my mom. My mom also makes really, really, really good food. But they always had dessert afterwards, and we never always got dessert afterwards. And I would just like they had this thing called blinchiki, and it's like a Russian crepe with Nutella on it. And they would make it for dessert every night, and I would just eat spoonfuls of Nutella.
That's someone. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like one of those
It was-
southern families that like make a pie after dinner.
No, it would be like a Russian dessert, and it
Well,
was
no, I just mean the concept. Like,
oh yes.
when the people in the South, they're like, yeah, I made a fresh baked pie after dinner.
I don't like pie.
Pie.
Like, I don't mind it, but I won't go out of my way to eat it.
I didn't really eat pie until I was older, and then it was really just like apple pie. And I wasn't really a fan either. Which
It's
I
not,
feel is a controversial topic. I think if anyone heard that we both don't like pie.
it's not that I don't like it. Like, if it's there, like, I might grab a piece. Like, my mom makes this, like, berry pie for, like, Christmas every year, and, like, I'll eat, like, a little sliver of it. But, like, I'd rather eat the, green bean casserole. Like,
No one chooses green bean casserole over pie. Yeah, I'm just not a pie fan.
like, it's not, like, my first choice. Like, if I want fruit, I'll just eat fruit.
Which is so funny because I was just talking about this yesterday because I was in the store and we saw a pie and it was a pumpkin pie. And someone asked if I liked it, and I said, oh, I don't like pumpkin pie. And on top of that, I'm allergic to pumpkin, so it wouldn't have
Been good.
really, would have been a good experience
You're
anyway.
allergic to pumpkins? I kept that pumpkin in our dorm our freshman year for the longest time.
I know.
I didn't know that.
So this is the thing is I actually never liked pumpkin, so I didn't know I was allergic. Yeah. So I never ate pumpkin growing up because I just didn't like the taste. But when I was in high
Bring
school
this way.
or first year of college, one or the other, I decided that I wanted to carve a pumpkin and I was going to carve a pumpkin for the very first time. And, as you're carving, scooping out the guts, I had juice all over my hands and my arms went numb. Like I lost feeling in my arms. They were completely numb, tingly. And at first I kind of thought it was normal. I don't know why I thought it was normal, but it was just And then I remember my mom was like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. And I couldn't feel my arms for 2 days. And I had to take a bunch of Benadryl. And that's how
Really?
I found out. Yeah. And then the tough thing with that is that I enjoyed carving pumpkins. So the next year when I did it, I wore kitchen gloves, I guess, in like the ones where they go up to your elbows.
Yeah.
And the glove I actually wore had a hole in it. And so some juice got into the glove, and I remember um the hole where the fingers were, or the hole was in the fingers, and the juice that got on my fingers, half my hand was numb for a few days and tingly. It was so weird.
Really?
Yeah. So that's how I found out. And unless that's completely normal, which I doubt it is, but
This was my pumpkin when I carved it one year.
that's so
Don't
fun.
look at my feet. They're the three kids from
That Christmas movie.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm.
And so I was dating this guy at the time, and like every year they would make pumpkins, and I was like, "Oh my God, it'd be so cute is if this year we like carved our pumpkins and made them into masks." And so we
Right.
did, and we did like a whole little like family photo shoot.
Aw, that's so
It was
fun.
it was actually like really cute and fun, and like
I feel like it'd be so heavy on your head. Was it
it
heavy?
was really heavy. I had to like
I'm
carve
trying
mine
to find
really,
mine.
really thin. And I had pumpkin in my hair for like a week. And like I washed it so many times. Like I smelled like pumpkin for a week. But
It
like the
was,
pictures were like super cute.
I'll show mine. Can you see that?
Cute. Oh, I love it. Yours is
Yeah.
so intricate.
Thank you. That was the one I did last year. The one that I found out I was allergic to pumpkins. Let me see if I can find that one. That one was fun too. Yeah, that's so cute. I would like to do the pumpkin trend where people put them on their heads, but I think I might actually die.
And then we also made these cookies. Hold on.
Oh, that's fun. Do you
Look
ever
at
make
that one.
the one with the hair? Or oh no, the pumpkin one.
He's like,
Do you ever make what's it to say? Those like haunted house gingerbread houses?
No, my family didn't like gingerbread houses.
I don't like
So we never
gingerbread either.
It would just like sit on our counter and rot, and then we'd have ants.
Oh, that stinks. I can't find the other pumpkin. Yeah, but it was fun. I liked carving pumpkins. I still
It's
do it.
fun.
We should carve pumpkins together. We always say think we do, and then we never do. So
Ick.
we should.
I actually just carved one recently for Halloween. Hold on. There's a lot of pictures. I gotta scroll through it.
It makes me so sad that I can't find this photo. Oh my God, my eyes are gonna start tearing.
Why?
Yeah, if you know me, you know my eyes start to burn at the most inconvenient times. Did I ever tell you once that this is so embarrassing, but I was like in class with this guy. We were like working on this group project, and it was right when I started to have like problems with my eyes, and I started uncontrollably crying for like 10 minutes because they were just burning and just the tears were coming out. And I remember he asked me to, we were trying to make a group chat, and he was like, here, put your number in and then I'll make the group chat for all of us. And I told him that I had an eyelash because I was so embarrassed, but I just could not stop. Like my eyes were burning so bad. And he was like, "Oh,
Aw.
are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." And I remember I was trying to type my name and my number into the group chat, and I could not do it. I could barely see his phone. It was so bad. It was so embarrassing.
Aw.
It's fine. It is what it is. It's just more about the timing of the situation.
So recent. I don't understand where my pumpkin went. Oh, I sent it to Marty. I could totally pull it up.
I could not find mine. The one that
It's fine because I made it for Christmas. It's Santa.
aw, that's fun.
I don't know why it's a video, but
I think it's because it's from Snapchat, right?
oh yeah, probably. Ugh.
Yeah. You're so snuggly. Let me bring here.
I'm so tired. I've been up since like 6 o'clock.
Dude, I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning and I could not go back to sleep. And that's when I texted you. But I eventually went back to bed around like 9 o'clock. But I only slept for like 30 minutes, an hour.
I'll wake up at 6 o'clock again tomorrow. We like veered so far off our first topic.
Yeah, we were talking about what kind of nuts we were. Oh, we have 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we just talked about that for 30 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I think we tend to go in circles sometimes. Oh, don't show your toes, that's weird. Don't do that. Yeah, we tend to talk in circles. Like we'll have a topic to start with, but we tend to just veer
Veer off, just go on
hard.
I had a teacher in high school, and it was my English teacher, and like he would go off on like 30-minute tangents. Like he would start class and then just start talking and just keep talking. And then just like that class is over and we're just like, well, what did we learn?
What was this class about? I had something like that where you start class and then you'd be like, okay, guys, today we're going to talk about such and such. But before we do that, let's see how everyone's weekend was. What did you guys do? And then we would just get completely distracted and talk about nonsense.
Those are the best kinds of classes.
They were fun. I enjoyed those classes.
Was your high school like really strict?
Um, I wouldn't say so. My high school didn't get strict until after all the, we'll say, school attacks. Um, then they started getting really strict with rules where you had to get checked when you were going through the gates and you had to wear a student ID at all times around your neck and stuff like that. And if you didn't have an ID, you were like kicked off campus because they obviously felt that you weren't supposed to be on campus. And if you did go to my school, then they'd send you to the front office to get a pass, and then you have to wear that around your neck. But in terms of rules, other than like that, I don't think they were very strict. No.
Hmm.
Did you have a strict school? I mean, I know you went to private school.
No.
Yeah, no, my high school wasn't strict. And if you know where I went to high school and you think otherwise, that's your own opinion. I don't think people would recognize me from high school, if I'm being honest.
No, you don't look like a lot of your pictures.
Really? I think it's
feel
more
like you-
because I was very silent. I like kept myself very in the back. And I was virtual my junior and senior year. And I also had purple hair.
I remember I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged my mom. I was like, Mom, I want blue hair. I want blue hair so bad. Because I was going through like a weird emo phase in middle
Mhm.
school. Like really, really bad. And like we did like a full 180. Like I'm so different now. Um and like I just begged and begged and begged. And eventually she was like, fine, for the summer you can have blue hair. I was like, really? She was like, yes, but you're not getting a full head of blue hair. I was like,
Just the
that's
bottoms.
fine. So she gave me like highlights, like the underneath was like highlighted so that way like when my hair was down, you couldn't really see it until I put my hair up. I was like, that's fine. This is all I've wanted for so
That's
long.
fine.
I'll take what I can get. I think it lasted for like 2 weeks and then it washed out.
Yeah, my hair was down to my waist, like down to my butt all the way long. And I really wanted purple hair. And I went to get it done. And I did from roots to tips. It was long. And I remember the guy that I went to was literally insane. And I got there in the morning, but for whatever reason, he didn't want to give me to anyone else. He wanted to do my hair himself, but he had other clients that day. So he ended up opening the shop an hour later so that he could finish my hair. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but do you know like the shower bars where you like, not the shower bar, the shampoo bars where they like
Mhm.
shampoo you and everything? He like opened it up and it turned into a bar, like a normal bar, and he made himself a rum and coke. And was like, all right, it's time to get this done. And I remember thinking to myself, this is not gonna go well. For like, I'm gonna have a drunk guy with scissors next to my head. He's gonna start cutting my hair, and this is not good. And he started my hair, and I wanted it to be like this very specific purple. And he put in magenta because he thought it would look better. And I remember it was not good. I didn't like it. It did not look good. But it was too late. I dyed my whole head purple.
No.
But it was fine. It was okay. I kept it purple for quite some time.
Like,
Um,
come on.
how long? Like
Yeah.
months. I think my
Okay.
hair was purple for like 6 to 8 months.
You should go purple
Then,
again.
well, the problem is that it started to dye at the ends, and I was going swimming and living in the sun. It wasn't doing so well.
Oh,
So I had to start
yeah.
cutting it, and then I dyed it brown or black, right? And I started swimming all the time and every day, and it would wash out and my hair turned green. So I cut it, and then I regrew it out, and then I cut it and donated it, and that's when I met you. Not my sure my hair was like that.
I don't know if you can see this. I have like
Yeah, your hair's
what,
growing up.
3 inches. I need to get my hair redone. Like I'm like
See, that's the funny thing is my hair just like naturally lightens. You cannot see that. But
no,
it's like
this is
light brown on the ends.
like this is my natural hair color, which a lot of people don't understand. Like they're like, "Oh, you're blonde." I'm like, "No, I'm not blonde.
Yeah.
This is blonde. This is like almost like when I got it done, this is like white blonde, and I have like white, and then it gets like gold, and then it gets brown, and what a lot of people don't understand is y like my eyebrows are gonna be the same color as my hair.
Well, you were like Rapunzel. You used to have like platinum blonde hair, and then when you cut it, it turned brown.
Yeah, when I was like 12.
Okay, but you say that like that's a normal thing. Your hair
It was.
doesn't just start to change colors.
It did.
I wonder if it has anything to do with like puberty. Like your body
Probably.
was like I can't do this anymore. We're no longer
Like this was like my natural hair color was just like bright blonde, like gold blonde. And then it
Yeah,
eventually just like
this is my natural.
yeah, this
I
is like
People always say I have like black hair, but I don't really. My hair is just dark brown.
and then these pieces right here are like fried because I tried to give myself bangs. They're grown out now,
Sabrina
obviously. But
Carpenter bangs.
yeah, but like they were like here and they were really, 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 really cute and I loved them, but it was so much upkeep and with golf, like you can't have bangs. So I'm just like letting them grow out, but like they're literally like crinkly. They're like crinkle fries.
I went through a very bad bang phase in middle school, and I'm glad you didn't know me then.
Look, like that is my hair because it's like so fried. Like
That's so bad. Yeah,
it's so bad and it's so stiff.
but my problem was I didn't flat iron them or like blow dry them at all in the mornings. I would just brush them and call it a day. And because I have curly hair, I would have a heart like that in the middle of
Oh,
my
that's
head.
cute.
Yeah, I guess you can call it that. Like some people thought it was cute because it was a heart, but they did not look good. All right, we have a minute left.
Like it's so dead. Like any other piece of hair, if I were to do that, it would just like fall. And because it's so dead, it just
Alright. Do you have any final words for our minute?
This is so fun. I love this and I can't wait to keep making more.
Yeah, me too. They're a little all over the place right now, but I
That's
think that
fine.
just
This is
describes
great
us.
podcast.
Yeah, and like we said, I think we're doing this more for ourselves, and whoever's bearing with us, we're more than thankful. But this is just our diary vlogs.
We love all of our crazy nut
Yes,
fans and our big crazy nut family.
yes. And thank you for listening today to the Crazy Nut Podcast with your two favorite crazy nuts,
Ellie,
and Victoria.
don't forget to comment down what kind of nut you are in the comments.
Oh yeah, if you figure it out, bring it up. And if you bring it up for discussion, it's a great dinner conversation. Let us
Great.
know how it goes.
All right. Well, we love you.